Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We will solve this today's LeetCode problem. So it's an easy one. So let's see what the question is asking. So we have given a binary array nums and integer k. Return true if all ones are at least k places away from each other. Otherwise return false. So the question is a bit easy. So we have given a binary array. So what does binary means? Binary means we you have only 1 and 0 in the array, right? And you have given the whole array, and we need to find that if all the ones are at correct places or not, or are at least k places away from each other or not, right? So what do you mean by at least? So at least means it can be equals to and greater than k, right? It will be equals to and greater than k. So it means it must be at least k, but it can be greater than k, right? More than k, right? So one thing is to for sure that if I just need to check on one, I don't need to worry about zero, right? So if I just need to check that if all the ones are at least equals to k, so don't you think that if I just check the adjacent, if I just check check the adjacent ones positions, and if their positions are at least if the positions are at least greater than k, then the rest of the ones will be automatically get calculated, because if the adjacent ones are already greater than equals to k, then the rest of the ones which will be after the current one will automatically be greater than k, right? So what I'm trying to say is, if suppose there is 1 0 0 1 0 0 1, right? Or take it as 0 as well, right? So if I just check the adjacent this one position, if these positions are at least greater than k places away, then this one will automatically greater than equals to k for this one, right? So I don't need to check for each and every one. I just need to check the adjacent one, because if the nearest one is greater than equals to k, then the farthest one will be automatically greater than equals to k, right? So that's we will follow here, and this is just an we will just need to iterate and keep track of the previous positions of one, right? The previous position of one. That's it. We just need to keep track of those and just need to calculate the k. So we will just need to one iteration all over the array, so that the time complexity will be O of n in that case, right? So that we will going to implement here, right? So let's start with the implementation. We will define a previous position which will be equals to -1, because initially I'm taking it as -1, right? Now if after iteration at any point of time, if I get num psi equals to 1, right? So if I get a num psi equals to 1, and if my previous position is not equals to -1, if it is not equals to -1, and what does it mean? It means I'm automatically getted 1 in my previous, right? Also if you say, it is asking that it must be k places away from each other. So what if you see here in this example, it is 0 1 2 3 4. So 4 minus 0 is 4, but there is a difference between between the three. It is not taking the current indices, so that will be -1 as well. So what will be the what we need to check a distance would be the current index, right, minus previous position minus 1. This distance must be greater than equals to k, right? Sorry, this if this is this must be greater than equals to k. If this is not, we will not able to we will return false in that case. So if previous position is not equals to -1, and this particular position is less than k, then in that case we will return false, right? So if this previous position has 1 and this current minus 1 is less than k, we will return false. Otherwise, we will just assign the position value with I, because num size is 1. So I will just assign the current I as a previous position. And now this loop will continue. After all the case passes, and if it doesn't hit return false, it will ultimately be true, right? So that's how we will do. Let's try to run this. Okay, this needs to be commented. Let's again try to run it. Just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, if you see, we have already passed the test cases, right? Let's try to submit it. Yes, we have passed all the test cases. So that's how this problem is very easy. I hope you must have solved by your own. You don't need any video to watch. So the time complexity will be O of n, and there is no extra space complexity that will be O of 1. Right? So yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.